Have you ever started a discussion with somebody, maybe through an introduction or during a tense meeting where a decision has to be made, and you recognize you're both fighting to one-up each other? And of course, neither of you can back down because status is on the line and you both seem to have similar sensitivities to it. That's because you're likely just like each other, at least in terms of your sensitivity to the esteem trigger. And you know it because you find yourself annoyed every time they respond to your one-upsmanship with their own. And certainly, this isn't going to work if your goal is to build a relationship with this person, and it'll be super corrosive if you're going to be required to work together on a project. But the question is, how do you back out of such a situation elegantly so that the relationship can be preserved and you can set the stage for leveraging both of your strengths while working together instead of always competing and then both losing? Now, the best thing to do is not allow yourself to get drawn into this match of egos by simply giving the other person a compliment and moving on. By giving a compliment and giving nothing away about yourself, you display a confident silence that suggests to a person high in the need for esteem that you are, in fact, higher on the ladder than them. This will likely drive a need to know, which will result in either them asking others about your position and background, or approaching you from a position of curiosity rather than competition, which is a much better place to build the foundations of a positive working relationship. But in case you missed this opportunity and are already waist deep in it, there's another tool you can use, the trust trigger. The trust trigger is a brain-based mechanism that causes us to more easily empathize and trust people who are like us. A study at the Stanford Baby Lab showed this mechanism at work in humans before we can even talk, and can be activated with things as small and insignificant as liking the same type of breakfast cereal. When we decide someone is like us, it activates a different part of the brain compared to a person who we deem not like us. And when we put somebody in the not like us bucket, we're more likely to go out of our way to punish them or simply be totally indifferent if they're in trouble or suffering. So if leveraged properly, this trigger can give you a way out of that useless struggle of egos while preserving both of your need for esteem. The trick is to move the conversation to a safe place by acknowledging how you seem to have so much in common. You may smile and suggest you should get a drink together and share some war stories. But by putting a stop to the ego competition and appealing to the trust trigger, you can prevent someone from walking away hurt and maybe even build the relationship into a very effective long-term partnership.